Hello guys, good evening. I am Michelle from the Very Chubby TV and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the recent read that I finished reading just this day about 3 p.m. It's the book called Endgame. This is the Endgame series. The first book is called The Calling from James Frey and Nils Johnson-Shelton. It is a YA novel, YA dystopian to be more exact. Actually, a lot of good reads reviews says that this book was so similar with the Hunger Games trilogy. When in fact, when I read the book, there is indeed a quiet similarity with the Hunger Games series. For one, because in the Hunger Games series, there are 12 districts who has to have 12 representatives for the game. Actually, a very deadly game wherein the participants are mostly teenagers from, I think, 16 to 19 years old of age. Uh, Also, in this book, there is also quite similar plot wherein there are 12 bloodlines, ancient bloodlines in the world, existing in the world, wherein there is a game called the Endgame, and then there will be 12 representatives coming from the 12 ancient bloodlines of the world, wherein they would play, and then only one will emerge as the winner. Same as the Hunger Games series. But it's not really all that similar because in the Hunger Games series, they are being pitted against each other to play for the entertainment of the people in the government, and eventually they rebel against the government. Where in this series, it's quite different because it says that the game is played to be able to preserve one of the ancient bloodlines and to be able to save the world. So, actually, the motivation, I think, between the two series is quite different. The other one being only the for the entertainment of the people, the rich people in Panem, whereas here it is for the survival of the world, or the earth people. And so in that kind of plot, there is so much difference, because for one, this book uh, has a lot of information, actually real information, available in the internet. If you want to Google it, you can find it there, because I tried one. There was a mention of this certain ancient temple located in Turkey, and I wanted to know if it's just a figment of the imagination of the writer, or if it's really existing. It's true. When surprisingly, it's true, guys. So, actually, there was a passage here in the book that says there are the idea of this book is is only fiction, but there are contents of this book who are also real. History, ancient cultures, things like that. And so it is this book is actually very informative and very entertaining to read. Actually, it's a very page turner, and I really like it. Though I was a little disappointed when I found out that it has a similarity with the Hunger Games series, but it's not at all that similar. Only the first part of the whole plot, that is only the one thing that's very similar to the Hunger Games and to the Endgame series. But actually, guys, there are a lot of useful information you can come across when you read this one. This is actually a very very good book, and I recommend this for all the readers who like to read YA dystopian novels. Please do check this book out, because this is very very nice book, very page turner, and very very informative. And there was actually an interesting fact about this book. There is actually a game when I believe when this book came out, there was a game made based on this book, and I think the clues in the game were contained in the pages of this book. But it's just that I'm not really good in puzzles. I'm not really good in numbers, so I didn't know how to do that. But there are a lot of interesting things that the author did in his style of writing, because he was incorporating his writing with poetry. The kind of storytelling he did with this book was that of poetic style, and it's so. I think at first I thought I would be having a hard time really catching up what he was trying to tell in his story, but surprisingly I didn't have any problems of that. And also, uh, when this writer when these writers, these two writers, was creating this book, they weren't fond of making long chapters. Actually, the chapters are very very short, and then there was no chapter one. There's no things like that. The chapters were actually, instead of chapter 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, what the author did was, uh, in chapters, he put the names of the characters that were involved in that chapters, and that is actually very very interesting. I was able to immediately learn the names of the characters and their bloodlines. I was able to memorize that, but I'm not gonna tell you guys, because I think that will be spoiling already. So, and so I don't do spoiling. So, it's really very very interesting how the authors was able to put it together, because I was really fascinated, and it got me into thinking that maybe the writers of this book are actually fans of I don't know, alien life forms, extraterrestrial things like that. Because actually this book is about dystopian, wherein the world will be invaded by the aliens and the extraterrestrials, things like that. And so for all the fans of those kinds of novels and books, movies, I think you should really check this out, because this will really blow your mind. Actually, it's really very very good book, and I recommend this to all my fellow YA dystopian YA readers. And I haven't read yet the Hunger Games series, and I have yet to find out if there are not only the first part of the plot was similar. I still have to find that out because I will be looking for books, the Hunger Games books. So maybe I will be able to find that out soon. And so, for all of you who are trying to find books the next good read, I really recommend for all of you to check this out because this is really very nice book. Actually, I was hoping that someday, maybe someday, the Netflix producers will be able to be interested in this story because I think this is actually a blockbuster waiting to happen. And so, guys, I would really love you to read this one, and then you can tell me all your thoughts, all your ideas. If you agree or disagree with me, you can comment down below, and then let's talk. Let's talk about how you find this book. I've already read the first book, and now I am on to the second book, which is the Sky Key, and then I will also be doing another review for that when I finish reading. Maybe I don't know. Uh, Maybe after this week, maybe next week, I'll be able to finish that and do another review. And so, guys, do really check this out. The Endgame series by James Frey and Nils Johnson-Shelton. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope for all the viewers, the very few viewers that I have, I hope I am encouraging you to read more, to collect more, and then let us all discuss it because I am very much open for discussion. And so, right now, I still have to finish the second book. I'm still starting, so I still don't know how will that story end, or will I like it just like how much I like the first book, or will I not like it. Then don't worry, I will still tell you that. But for now, thank you. I'll just have to thank you, and thank you very much for all the ones who was viewing my channel. I hope my contents interest you, and then maybe we will do another movie review and TV series review soon when I get to finish what I'm watching now. But right now, I won't tell you yet because it's a surprise. And so, guys, thank you again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please do like and subscribe this channel so that we will be able to influence other people into cultivating the hobby of reading. Once again, thank you very much. Good evening, and keep reading and keep collecting. Bye!